It's your girl T here, back with another Tuesday video. I know you guys are having a beautiful, blessed day because we're tea timers. It's our favorite day of the week. Our affirmation of the day is, I'm so thankful everything's lining up for me. I'm so thankful everything's lining up for me. We're tea timers, so everything in the 3D is working out in our favor. As promised, I'm going to do a subscriber questions video for Tea Time Tuesday. Like I said, I would do every Tuesday until it might not be that anymore. So the first subscriber question or comment that came up was, what do you think of affirming for 10 minutes a day? Now, I didn't get deeper into that, but I'm assuming the 10 minutes by 10 minutes a day, she means the Sammy Ingram method, where Sammy Ingram, who I love, you guys know, she is another very successful manifestation coach. She has a large platform. She said that what she does is for 10 minutes a day, 3 times a day, she goes into akin to sleep, a state akin to sleep, which is where you relax, you lull yourself into kind of a neutral place, and she goes on like an affirmation rampage for 10 minutes, 3 times a day. This is a super successful way to manifest. She's preached this on her channel from the beginning of her channel, that this is how she manifests everything she wants. And she does it 3 times a day, every day. I think what the key here is that you guys might be missing is, it doesn't matter which technique you pick. They will all work if you believe in the technique itself, and if you believe that you create your own reality and you're consistent with it. If you choose the Tesla method, I forget, it's like the 35, whatever, the water method, the 3 by 9 by whatever the heck it is. There's a whole bunch of methods out there. If you pick that one and you really believed in it, or if you believe that you put a note under your pillow every night and when you woke up it came true, it doesn't matter what the technique is. It's what resonates with you, which makes you start believing in something. And then consistency. I think that is a bulk of where people are struggling, is being consistent, picking something and sticking with it. That's, again, part of being confident that you manifest your own reality, is trusting yourself enough to pick the technique that works the best for you and sticking with it until your results come through. Consistency is the make or break for everything in life. So if you resonate with a technique, go with it, stick with it until you get your results. And the best way to figure out which technique works for you is to try them. Try it, test it out, manifest one thing in particular, and then when that thing comes up, see how long it takes compared to another technique and what is easier for you. That is the best way to figure out anything in life, is to test it out and see what works for you. Another thing that came up is that a couple of you have said that you went to coaches and they are telling you the way you're doing something is wrong. First of all, no coach should be saying what you're doing is wrong. That's wrong in itself. Everybody does things differently. So I'm never going to come out and say you're doing is wrong. I'm not a school teacher. I'm not trying to tell you how to live your own life. All I can do is give you some constructive feedback on where I would change things based on the successes I've had. If some coach was telling me when I went to them for help that what I was doing is wrong and my way is right, I would cut it right there, because that proves to me that they're working through their own limited beliefs and they're trying to micromanage you because they're not feeling confident in what they're doing. I can only grace you with the information that I have seen work for me. I can't tell you to use it. You have to decide that. And I would never tell you something is wrong. When you guys don't, like, I love coaches. Coaches are going to help you get to that next level, but be choosy with who you pick. It seems like in the manifestation community right now, it's flooded with everybody and their uncle giving out advice. You want somebody who knows what they're talking about, done the research, and who has actually manifested some things so that they are aware of what processes to go through when they are telling you to use a specific way. So just be choosy with who you pick. There was one more thing that stood out to me in the comments. And oh, another thing for time crunches. If you don't manifest by a specific time that you were hoping, or hope is not a word I use. If you are manifesting on a time crunch, which means you have a specific date and you want the manifestation to come by that date, and it passes that date and the manifestation hasn't shown up in your 3D yet, keep going. Time is a man-made construct. So even if, let's say you're manifesting for your birthday passed and it didn't happen, keep going. Use that momentum to your favor. Who cares if the date passed? You're going to get what you want, but it might just be that you're still a little bit more focused on the reality where you don't have it as opposed to when you do. If it happens a week after your birthday and your birthday was the date you wanted it for, who cares if it happens a week after? You're still got what you wanted. It's just a little bit of a time delay. You have to remember too, these thoughts take a while for certain topics that we've been definitely sitting in. Oh my God, I just lost my words. Your 3D has a leg. Sometimes it will take a bit to catch up. I'm not doing that as a limiting belief. It just does. Some topics we have been resonating with the version where we don't get what we want and we have a bunch of ideas in our mind as to why we can't have it. Those might take some time to break down. So sometimes our 3D is going to have a leg and it needs to catch up. So if that is not on the timeline that you are desiring for, keep it going, because even if it's a week or two later, you're still going to get what you want. Is the end result. Don't beat yourself up, guys. That's why I don't really love a time crunch, especially when you're new to manifesting, or conscious manifesting, I should say, because then it kind of puts you in a state of rejection where you feel like you made a mistake and didn't get what you wanted. Keep going. Like I said, consistency is everything. That is the number one thing I see why people presume they fail, is because they're not consistent with the techniques they're using, or living in the wish fulfilled. When something comes up in the 3D, they get a feeling of rejection and they stop persisting in the technique that was working. Consistency is key. Repetition is key. Persist, repeat, consistency. I'm telling you, you're going to get what you want. If you guys have a burning question you want to ask me, just do it in the comments below and I'll answer it anytime, not just on Tea Time Tuesday, but this is the place where we've dedicated for comments and questions specifically. I love y'all, but not as much as you should be loving yourselves. Have a beautiful, blessed Tuesday. Bye.